Good morning. Welcome to Thinking is Contagious. This morning on CNBC, I listened to Home Depot's founder, Ken Langone, self-made billionaire, 86-year-old man, and he was on there while Elizabeth Warren was on there. Uh, it was so telling. It was so enlightening to watch this man who started with nothing and created an institution in this country in Home Depot based on building a better mousetrap, based on risk taking, based on providing service, based on providing jobs, based on capitalism, and has created an institution that had $140 billion in sales last year. Speak and be challenged by a woman who, if you Google her career highlights, there are none in Elizabeth Warren. A woman who is basically famous because she's a woman, because she's accomplished nothing, besides a few little banking oversight things and controls. She's accomplished nothing. Here on one hand, we have a man who's a self-made billionaire, who's taken risks and climbed from nothing to the elite of this country financially. And he's got to sit there and be put on a stage and as an equal with someone who has done nothing and whose success, financial success, has been based on living off of the taxpayer and writing books about her career as a politician, a career that shows nothing. It's sad that this is what we're boiled down to. This is a woman who has no business whatsoever being as politically prominent as she is. None whatsoever. And it was so obvious when they would ask her questions about how she can justify the wealth tax when the money's already been taxed, when it's earned, and then when people invest it. And she says nothing. You could tell that she's used to not answering questions. She just gives the narrative, the company line, what people want to hear. And she goes right over and doesn't answer any of the direct questions that she's asked. She has no answer for any of this. She is just a frustrated woman who's accomplished nothing in her life, and all she's looking for is to drag down the successful, because it's a lot easier to criticize and drag down and throw stones at those who achieve when you know that you yourself don't have it in you to achieve what they achieved. So you've got to bring them down. You know, you can't elevate yourself to that level. She is a total in over her head, self-serving, live off the taxpayer, typical politician. But she happens to reside way to the left. It is a disgrace. She on several occasions, mentioned Jeff Bezos as paying no taxes. Several occasions, she mentioned Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. She's mentioned many people not paying taxes. And if there's anything that I really criticize Langone, was not jumping down her throat on this, but that is a lie. All she's doing is pandering to the audience. How many people, just how many of her constituents receive a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks from Amazon, from Home Depot, from Apple? How many? Those people pay taxes. She criticizes these corporations for not paying taxes. How many people pay taxes based on being employed by these corporations? Would we be better off by taxing the hell out of these things and people losing jobs? Does she not understand then how this works? But no, you know what it does? When she says these types of things, she's just out vote buying, is all she's doing. Again, Google her career and try to find something in there that you say, you know what? It was worth having her there. Find something. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And to put herself on a stage and think that she can go toe-to-toe with a guy like Langone, an 86-year-old self-made billionaire, that she thinks she can go toe-to-toe. You know what? Yes, as a human being, she's equal to him. We're all created equal as human beings. Don't sit there and put yourself on the same level as a guy who took his money after paying taxes, invested his money, took risks, could have gone under, could have gone bankrupt, whatever it could have happened. He took his shot and he won. And now you're so jealous, you're so envious, and you so want to get into his pocket. Let me ask you, why do you say she was real proud of herself that all this cutoff on the wealth taxes for people with $50 million worth of net worth? Why 50? Does that leave you under the threshold? Why 50 million? What magical number is that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you arrive at that? Once you start putting caveats that it has to be at a certain threshold, guess what? It's not fair anymore. People with great wealth have taken great risk. They could have lost it all. They had the gonads to put it on the line. Not like you, Elizabeth Warren, not like you, who all you do is collect a paycheck every month from the United States government, an entity that produces nothing, only takes. Of course you're going to push for government having more power. Of course you're going to push for more taxes. Of course you're going to push for the wealthy people paying more. You know why? Because you want your feeding trough as full as possible. That's all this is. Elizabeth Warren wants the feeding trough from which she gorges on to be as full as possible. She doesn't care about the little person. She doesn't care about the poor people. She says she does, but check her record. How come the only accomplishments that are even minutely referenced deal with banking regulation? That's all she deals with. And initially with something about protecting bankruptcy rights. That's it. There's nothing else there. She is a fraud. And to be on a stage with one of America's great entrepreneurs and think that she should do anything but listen and learn, and to think that she can argue points against someone who's lived this, someone who employs tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, many of who are her constituents. To think that she can go toe-to-toe with this guy and elicit anything but a response of how ridiculous is this? That would be like me trying to discuss brain surgery with Dr. Ben Carson. That's what we saw today. Elizabeth Warren and Ken Langone is me and Ben Carson. I have no business discussing any of this with Ben Carson. I don't even know where to start. Elizabeth Warren, you have no business discussing capitalism, wealth creation with Ken Langone, because you absolutely don't know where to start. You are a leech on capitalism. You have lived off of the accomplishments of those who embrace capitalism, and you have sucked dry the feeding trough at every opportunity. Shamelessly today pitching your book when talking about public education. When Langone tells you that we spend the most money per capita on public education out of the 30 most developed nations in the world, and that we rank 28th in results, and he asks you why, are we getting our best bang for our buck? Your response is, we need to invest in our public schools more. We need to better schools, better teachers, better buses. That's not the question you were asked. We do invest. We invest more than any country, civilized country in the world per capita on public schools. And the results are abysmal. The system doesn't work, but guess what? It fits your socialist narrative. Elizabeth Warren, whoever saw her today on CNBC will know and will realize that this is the emptiest of barrels. An opportunist, a blood-sucking organism, a politic, a politician, many, tick, blood-sucking organism. This is the epitome of a blood-sucking organism. How she gets elected, I have absolutely no idea. But I will tell you that if you get a chance, get that interview today of Langone with Elizabeth Warren, and you will see someone who is talking points with absolutely no basis, no depth, no knowledge, and no credibility, avoiding answering any question. She did not answer one question directly. And she stood there and tried to act as if she was bulletproof and as if she was the star of the show. Elizabeth Warren, you are there, and you are where you are, and you are high profile in the Democratic Party only by the grace of God, because you were born a woman at the right time. That's it. You have no qualifications to be where you are. And today it was painfully obvious that the hell-bent attack on capitalism will continue as long as this woman is given a platform. And that's got to end. She's got to be voted out of office, and she's got to be made as inconsequential as she truly is. Because if you look at her career, you look at Joe Biden's career, you look at Nancy Pelosi's career, Google their careers, there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. And AOC, guess what? She chased Amazon away from New York. Okay? Look at her career. Other than before being a politician. Look at her career as a politician and see what she's done. Absolutely nothing but criticize, knock down, drag down, and destroy anyone that achieves. Because she knows she can't. And that's what the left is full of. The left is full of these people that want to knock down because they know that they can't get to where these other people have gotten. And they want to get a piece of the action, of what the risk takers have earned. There is no room in society for the leeches that are on the left. Wake up, people. Midterm elections. Vote correctly. Vote for yourself. Vote for capitalism. Vote for your kids. Vote for your grandkids. Vote for the future of this country. And it sure as hell is not with someone who is trying to take from those that have and give to those that have but want more. Because the politicians are in plenty good shape. And that's all that their hell-bent effort to seize capital is for. It's to fund their jobs. Fund the government. Fund their jobs. Let's realize this. The people that are pushing to take from the rich are the people that are looking to put it in their own pockets, not anyone else's. Those are the facts. And whether the left has the gonads to ever come out and say it, that will never happen. But we know it, and I think if you really analyze and you really study what is going on today, you will see it and you will know it. All right. Thank you, and have a good day.